Good morning, Cardinals fans. Thanks so much for checking out another episode of About Last Night. If we haven't met, I am Tara Wellman, by day a YouTuber slash baseball blogger, by night a sports broadcasting professional. So I pretty much talk about sports all the time. There are worse things to make a career of. My goal on this channel, though, is always to keep you in the loop and entertained with daily recaps, weekly series previews, and more. And evidently the entertainment portion of our days is easier when the Cardinals actually lose. Y'all seem to like these recaps a little better with a little extra attitude that comes with a Cardinals loss. But it is a good thing that the Cardinals are winning, right? So I am going to tell you about last night, but even though I'm not worked up after a loss alter ego Tara, I will try to add a little extra joy and satisfaction to the win in DC. Well, there I go, giving away the happy ending. But how the Cardinals got to a W from a Max Scherzer start in DC was a little different. Different as in they got ahead early and held on instead of coming on late and storming the gates. But that does tend to be the way you get to a starter like Mad Max. Right out of that proverbial gate, the 2 through 5 hitters for the Cardinals picked up hits against the Nationals ace. And just by doing the simple math, you can probably figure out that runs scored. Back-to-back singles from Paul Squared, that's Goldschmidt and DeYoung, set up Marcell Ozuna to drive in the first run of the game with a double to right. Then José Martínez stepped up and does what it is that he does. I feel like I'm saying that an awful lot these days. Hit. That's what he does. Now, as he might tell it later, it was a scorching line drive past the shortstop, but really it was a conveniently placed grounder that got through a hole, but whatever it was, it plated 2 more runs. But can we talk about José Martínez for a second? I feel like he's at least earned that. He's carrying a .375 average at the moment with a .407 on base percentage. And if you like stats more of the advanced variety, he's also rocking a .141 WRC+, a .140 OPS+, and a weighted on base average of .384. And he's doing all of that as a guy who may or may not end up in the starting lineup every day. Not because he isn't performing, but just because someone else needs a turn. Now, his .435 BABIP might suggest that he won't hang around those sky-high numbers all season. And there are also things like his hard hit percentage is down, his fly ball percentage is down, his barrel percentage is down. So there are still reasons to maybe pump the brakes just a bit, but that's not to take away at all from what it is that José Martínez does every time he gets an opportunity to contribute. And I would also expect that he will join that home run parade at some point. Just one so far on the year, but a lot of baseball left to be played. The point is, taking Martínez out of the lineup right now is like taking Paul DeYoung or Marcell Ozuna out. They're some of the best hitters in the league, and it doesn't make sense to not have them on the field, defensive liability or not. So Mike Shildt has his work cut out for him when all 5 potential everyday outfielders are healthy and in need of at-bats, but he's done a really nice job of finding the right mix so far, so I'm not going to try to tell him how to do his job, today at least. On the pitching side, Miles Mikolas got the job done, going 6 strong innings, giving up just 1 run in a 4th inning that nearly got out of hand. He struck out 4, but more importantly, he only walked 1 and didn't give up any solo homers. Little victories, y'all. Little victories. The bullpen keeps doing bullpen things, but I'm not going to compliment them individually because the last time I did that, Dominic Leone imploded. So I'll just leave it with they're okay, I guess. And it was actually the Nationals who picked up double-digit strikeouts on the night against the Cardinals pitching staff, not the other way around. So exactly how we drew up the Max Scherzer game, right? Predictable or not, that is the story of the Cardinals taking Game 3 in DC by the score of 3-1, securing the series victory, and becoming the 10th team in Cardinals history to have 20 wins in their first 30 games. And oh yeah, by the way, they now have the best record in baseball. I'm no expert, but that seems pretty good. There is one more game to go in DC, and it's Dakota Hudson leading the Cardinals in the push for their second 4-game sweep of the year. After today, though, it is off to Chicago to take on the rival Cubs. That is a series that is always chock full of dramatics, so make sure you're subscribed here. There may be a little more crazy alter ego Tara as the weekend goes along. Follow all the recaps and the analysis over at birdsontheblack.com. Make sure you look out for the series preview ahead of that Cubs series with Corey from the Ivy Envy podcast. That'll be available right here on Birdseas, as well as if you're following the Birds on the Black podcast on your favorite podcast listening service. So meet me back here tomorrow so we can jumpstart the weekend with another episode of About Last Night. I'll see you then.